Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be recapping today's NBA playoff games, as there were 3 playoff games, 3 game 2s, and two games that were kind of blowouts or not close games down to the end, and then one with the Nuggets and Timberwolves, which was a really nice game down to the end, where the Nuggets win by 7 or something, I believe, and get a good win. They almost blew, or the Timberwolves did come back from like 17 or 20 and almost did win this game. They had, the lead in the fourth quarter multiple times, and the Nuggets played great basketball in the fourth quarter. Jamal Murray played excellent today. We're going to be going over everything that happened in the playoffs today, starting with the Lakers and the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies beat the Lakers 103-93 without Ja Morant. 2 games today where the team wins the game without their, without their best, without their best player. The Grizzlies win without Ja Morant, and the Bucks win without Giannis Antetokounmpo. This final score is 103-93. Grizzlies win, and 28 for LeBron James, 13 for Anthony Davis, 12 for Austin Reeves, 20 for Rui Hachimura, 22 for Xavier Tillman, and 17 for Desmond Bane. Going over the Heat Bucks, no Giannis Antetokounmpo in this one, and the Bucks get the win. Leading scorer is Brook Lopez with 25, 24 for Drew Holiday, 13 for Bobby Portis, 16 for Chris Middleton, and 16 for Grayson Allen. For the Heat, 25 for Jimmy Butler, 16 for Gabe Vincent, 18 for Bam Adebayo, 14 for Duncan Robinson, 15 for Victor Oladipo, 15 for Cody Martin, and the Heat lose 138-122 as game 2 is tied up at a series at 1-1, and so is for the Lakers and the Grizzlies. Now Timberwolves Nuggets. Nuggets win 122-113, so it was a 9-point deficit. Thought it was 7. 41 points for Anthony Edwards. He was excellent in this game. 6 for 10 from 3, just an unbelievable performance. 19 for Rudy Gobert, 14 for Mike Conley, 12 for Taurean Prince, 10 for Karl-Anthony Towns, 10 for Kyle Anderson. Then for the Nuggets, 40 for Jamal Murray, 27 and 9 rebounds for Jokic, 12 for Aaron Gordon, 16 for MPJ, and 11 for Jeff Green. And there is the game. Great game that game 2 was in Denver with Denver and the Timberwolves. Just what a performance by the two of Jamal Murray and Anthony Edwards. Those two back and forth. Felt like the Nuggets, they'd go away, and it felt like the game was over, and the Nuggets, you weren't going to see the Timberwolves come back, and then they wouldn't go away in this game. And ultimately, they fell short, and they did a great job of they didn't back down in this one. They made sure to, try to come back, and they did come back, and they eventually took the lead at some points in the fourth quarter, and just weren't able to, just get the win in game 2, which would have been a great game 2 win, tying the series up and going into Minnesota tied up at 1 and potentially getting a win, potentially going back to Denver for game 5. Tied up at 2, because I think if Minnesota would have won this game tonight, I do think Minnesota would have won a game, and for sure in Minnesota out of the 2 games that would be played in Minnesota. Do I think Minnesota will win a game in Minnesota? Yes, I do think. I don't think Denver will sweep Minnesota. But I don't know if Minnesota will be able to win both games at home, which are both must-wins for Minnesota if they want to keep this series alive. We shall see what happens. You guys have any thoughts from that Minnesota game between Jamal Murray and Anthony Edwards going at it? Murray, one of his best games back since his ACL injury. Jamal had 40 points tonight. Anthony Edwards had 41. The Bucks beat the crap out of the Heat without Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Grizzlies handle the Lakers without Ja Morant. Pretty weird day of basketball. I mean, the Timberwolves Nuggets game, that was a weird game of basketball, but I for sure thought the Heat and both the Lakers were going to win those games tonight. I thought, honestly, I know the Bucks are a great team, but I thought the Heat would take the advantage without Giannis being on the court and get the win, but they did not do that and lose game 2. And I thought the Lakers would take advantage as well and get a game 2 win, but Grizzlies are a good team without Jaw still, and they showed that tonight as they get the win 103-93. You guys have more thoughts on today's games and from the playoffs? That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.